Right now at 6, we're learning more about the tragic house fire that left 6 dead in Necedah. And a new Supreme Court ruling could have a big impact on the homeless population here in La Crosse.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Emily Brown. Ken is off tonight. An update now in the deadly house fire that claimed 6 lives in Necedah. De Pere Church St. Mark Ministries has released the names of the victims. In a Facebook post, the church said the people killed in the fire were Lena and Mercy Henselin, Steve and Lydia Whitty, and Chris and Stella Cool. Steve Whitty was a pastor, according to the post. A GoFundMe page has been set up for the families of the victims. You can find that on our digital platforms. A Toma man will spend 17 years in prison for a 2023 shooting. Today, 24-year-old Crimson Perea was sentenced to 17 years in prison and another 10 years under DOC supervision. According to the Monroe County DA, he pleaded guilty to first-degree reckless injury with the use of a weapon and aggravated battery in May. Perea is accused of shooting someone 2 times before being disarmed by the victim last year in Sparta. The victim was able to escape alive. Charges have been filed against the Clark County Patrol Sergeant accused of child sex crimes. 38-year-old Jeremy Chapman faces 4 felony charges, including child sexual exploitation and child enticement. According to the criminal complaint, he's accused of blackmailing a 16-year-old girl into sending him nude photographs through social media last winter. Chapman allegedly coerced the child in numerous ways, posing as multiple different people and allegedly offering the victim money for explicit photos. He also mentioned threats of rape and threatened to share the photos with students and teachers at her school. A judge ordered both a $2,500 cash bond and a $10,000 signature bond, both of which have been posted. Chapman is ordered to have no contact with the victim and has a pretrial conference scheduled for August 21st. Last Friday, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled in favor of public camping bans, opening the door for local officials to create similar laws. News 8 Now's Allison Fergut is live in studio. And Allison, the ruling is getting mixed reaction from local leaders.
That's right, Emily. Right now, La Crosse already has bans like the one in the Grants Pass case. While some see the decision as a helpful policy tool, others worry about its impact on the area's unsheltered community. City Council member Aaron Goggin says the ruling gives the city more options. Goggin has been an advocate for the bans and says they help keep the unsheltered community safe. But those who work closely with the unhoused say the bans make it harder to get people resources.
And now that there's a ban, it's hard to find these people and get them resources. So it's almost taking away from people being able to get to the end result of being housed or getting the help that they need.
Other advocates add that landlords often look at applicants' criminal records and that giving citations will just make it harder for people to find housing later on. Tonight, La Crosse's Judiciary and Administration Committee will consider an ordinance about camping on city property. The ordinance would limit someone to camping at one place for 12 hours before they would have to move 500 feet. Emily?
All right, thank you, Allison. The J&A committee will also consider a proposal to make it so the entire Common Council votes on camping bans. Right now, the Board of Public Works makes the decision on those bans. Well, we've got showers coming through our region this evening, right as we speak right now, actually, and hopefully we will end up drying up a little bit tomorrow, Greg.
We're going to dry up tomorrow, but we still got quite a bit of rain. Actually, the good news is heavier amounts of rainfall have pushed east of the area, but we are still going to see some scattered showers throughout. The good news is a lot of this won't affect the river. Upstream of La Crosse, the good news, Wabasha, Winona, Crest, and beginning to slowly fall. La Crosse is tomorrow. This rainfall may impact McGregor because they got the Wisconsin River and the action going on further south, so that La Crest actually may be extended or further on. There's still a flash flood watch out for Crawford and Richland County, but I'll show you the bigger threat now is pushed kind of further south. There's your rainfall amounts. The blue shade, teal shade gets up to about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. So we've seen another 1 to 1.5 inches in a widespread area throughout this evening hour. So the big picture shows you the big bulk of that moderate rainfall rainfall. Even that band is pushed kind of south of the Wisconsin River area. So that's the positive news. We're going to see some action behind it, but overall it's going to be light showers really for most of the area, especially further north you go. And as we go further south, you can see the west edge. There's not much action going on west of La Crosse, just on and off showers. The heavier line there is pushed into Grant County, so we're expecting the amount of precipitation here to drop off. So that's the good news, but we still got action going on throughout the night. The positive news is once we go through Wednesday, it is dry, but unfortunately for July 4th, we'll break down when some rain might actually impact some activities there.
Hopefully
too.
it's not an all-day rain event, though,
No,
on 4th
but
of
unfortunately
July.
the timing is not good.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you, Greg. Senator Tammy Baldwin is celebrating new investment in Wisconsin's biohealth technology hub. Today, Baldwin announced the Badger State will receive $49 million in federal funding for the growing sector. Wisconsin was one of 12 states selected to receive federal grants as part of the Regional Tech Hub program. As of 2022, Wisconsin's biohealth sector employed over 50,000 people and accounted for $32 billion in economic activity. And Baldwin says today's funding announcement means the industry will grow even larger.
This investment in the Badger State is projected to create more than 30,000 jobs and $9 billion of economic development in its first 10 years.
The Tech Hub's goal is to make Wisconsin a global leader in personalized medicine. It's a medical approach that uses genetic and environmental factors to customize individual treatment plans. A Minnesota community is facing an EMT shortage. Altura Ambulance currently is struggling to find more staff, and News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall is learning why it's been quite the challenge for them. Jeremy.
Emily, according to Altura Ambulance Director Jessica Romine, this situation happens every 4 to 5 years. The department struggles to get volunteers because of its small population. Romine says they get a lot of people who are really excited to join, but then get easily burnt out. She's trying to prevent the burnout and short staffing by training firefighters on emergency medical response. Now, even with the help of Altura Fire Department, Romine says the city still needs more EMTs. Some residents say they're concerned about how this can impact response times.
I don't think in a serious situation, 20 minutes, I'm going to live through it. I would very much so like to see that these rural areas get to keep their services.
In May, Governor Walz signed a bill bringing $30 million of emergency aid for departments. Romine says she would like to use that money to upgrade equipment or put more volunteers through EMR and EMT classes. Coming up at 10, you'll hear from a man who's been volunteering with Altura Ambulance for 40 years. He says why finding staffing is more challenging, or why finding people to fill some shifts, like for example during the day, is more challenging. Emily.
All right, thank you, Jeremy. Pettibone Park is now completely closed. In a release today, officials with the Parks Department said access to the park is barricaded until further notice due to high water and safety concerns. When the parks reopen, we'll let you know on air and on our digital platforms. The road into Goose Island Campground is also shut down due to flooding. The entire stretch of County GI starting at Highway 35 is closed. According to the National Weather Service, the Mississippi River in La Crosse is expected to reach a flood stage of 15 feet by the middle of the week, just shy of a major flooding category. The La Crosse County Highway Department urges the public not to try and drive over any flooded roads. Demolition is underway on the old Macy's location in the Valley View Mall. Back in January, La Crosse's Common Council gave GMX Real Estate Group the green light to demolish the building and build a car wash, parking lot, and 3 restaurants in its place. GMX has not announced what restaurants will be added or when the project will be completed. A Sparta veteran tells his story of service and survival in an all-new memoir.
Chart your career with a welding position at Chart Industries. Do you have a year or more of welding experience? Starting wages up to $35 per hour. We have the job for you. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Our Constitution has given us more rights, freedoms, and prosperity than any country in history. Every 4th of July, we come together to celebrate those freedoms. But right now, we're a divided nation. We have to stop putting on the blue jersey or red jersey. Instead, put on the red, white, and blue jersey. Come together and get things done. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message. I'm proud to be an American.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months, plus save up to $1,050.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships in Menominee, Baldwin, Osseo, and Arcadia.
It took 34 years to change this place from worn out to wonderful, slow and steady to keep overhead low. The same slow, steady growth has grown us to the best team of home improvement professionals in the region, over 80 today. Voted best to La Crosse because of exceptional quality and unexpected low prices. Whatever your next project, contact us today for a prompt free estimate. You have a problem, we have the solution. Better than you imagined for less than you expected. Contact the board store today.
Chart your career with a welding position at Chart Industries. Do you have a year or more of welding experience? Starting wages up to $35 per hour. We have the job for you. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
The Biden administration is directing doctors to perform emergency abortions when the mother's life is at stake. Following a failed legal dispute over whether states' abortion bans overrides a federal law requiring hospitals to provide stabilizing treatment, the Biden administration reminded doctors of their duty to provide that treatment, which could include abortions. Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services will also be resuming investigations into complaints against emergency rooms in Idaho after the Supreme Court ruling allowed for emergency abortions. Moving now closer to home, Representative Jill Billings in La Crosse today encouraging the community to vote no on 2 constitutional amendment questions on this August primary ballot. Billings, along with small business owners, expressed their opposition to Amendments 1 and 2 on the August 13th ballot. Amendment 1 says the legislature is not allowed to choose someone to represent them when giving out funding, and Amendment 2 will prohibit the governor from allocating monies without approval from the legislature. Billings says that giving the legislature sole power over critical funding would delay getting small businesses the relief they need in times of crisis.
If these constitutional amendments would pass, that would stop our ability to address those situations where we know we need swift action by state government.
La Crosse businesses Vision of Light, Stained Glass, and Black expressed their support of voting no on the 2 amendments. A Sparta veteran is sharing his story of military service in a new memoir. Retired Colonel Ray Boland spent 30 years as a U.S. Army officer and saw combat during the Vietnam War. He also served as Wisconsin Secretary of Veterans Affairs from 1992 until 2003. Boland's unique story is told in his autobiography, When the Bugle Calls, A Soldier's Memoir. Boland held a book signing and Q&A session to promote the book today in Sparta. He says he wrote the book to raise awareness about the struggles veterans face.
I want to share with everyone what our men and women have experienced serving their country and the things they don't talk about. It's not easy.
Boland served in both the Wisconsin Army National Guard and the regular Army. Near the end of his career, he was appointed commander of Fort McCoy. His memoir is now available on Amazon. Experts say Hurricane Beryl could have an unexpected impact on your wallet. We'll tell you why up next.
And the rain will continue this evening, but the good news is we got a dry, warmer conditions for your Wednesday. We'll see how warm we'll get and then what the 4th of July also looks like. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Maxwell White celebrates servicing the La Crosse Coulee region for 30 years. Much has changed, but not our commitment to you. Providing local, honest, and quality plumbing repairs and solutions. That's Maxwell White. Plumbing done right.
To me, it's the worst thing a parent can face. My daughter was pregnant and she was about to lose her baby. because of the extreme abortion ban in her state, we were about to lose her as well. Doctors were not even allowed to help Mandy until she was near death. I'm conservative, but that makes no sense. An extreme abortion ban almost killed my daughter. A national abortion ban would be devastating for all families.
Isn't it time you turn your backyard into the oasis you've always wanted? Come to La Crosse Fireplace Company and find your outdoor setup. Imagine gathering with family and friends around your wood-fired pizza oven. Sit back and relax around your new fire table. Available in different sizes and styles to fit your lifestyle and budget. Stop in this month and receive 15% off all in-stock outdoor products. La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is outside by the fire.
Your journey to wellness begins at Vernon Memorial Healthcare, where excellence in orthopedic care is a reality. From initial consultation to post-operative recovery, every step of the way is tailored to you. The numerous awards for orthopedic services are a testament to our entire team's skill and dedication. Your path to wellness is paved with our unwavering support and expertise. Trust us for a brighter, more active tomorrow. Vernon Memorial Healthcare.
It's Red, White, and Bargains during Hy-Vee's 4-day sale this Monday through Thursday. 6-pack bottles of Pepsi products, just $2.99 each when you buy 4. Whole seedless watermelon, just $3.98 each. Fresh ground chuck, just $3.98 a pound. Ritz crackers or Chips Ahoy cookies, just $1.99. Our special recipe brats or patties, 10 for just $10. And Lay's kettle cooked rolled gold or munchies, just $1.99 each when you buy 4. Monday through Thursday, only at Hy-Vee.
Founded on hard work, dedication, respect, and integrity, we at Maxwell White understand the importance of home comfort. Maxwell White strives to provide our customers with a positive experience every time. Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
A powerful Category 5 storm that is battering the Caribbean could cause a rise in U.S. gas prices. While Hurricane Beryl doesn't pose a major threat to the U.S., experts predict it will eventually impact oil prices. That's because the National Hurricane Center is forecasting shift in the storm's path that could disrupt oil refineries in Texas. Experts also expect Hurricane Beryl to shut down oil tankers sending crude to Gulf Coast refineries. And that loss of Mexican oil could temporarily boost gas prices. U.S. oil prices climbed above $84 a barrel on Tuesday for the first time since late April. Experts are predicting a spike of 5 to 10 cents a gallon over the next week. Well, we're experiencing some wet weather this evening, but the question is, how long is this rain going to last? We've got plans this week, Greg.
Yeah, unfortunately, this active pattern continues, but we have some good news. We do have a dry Wednesday, and that's the positive. Unfortunately, it's just a brief break, but we do have some wet conditions, more like damp conditions. Really, it won't be all night rain until midnight, but showers will continue until about that time frame. Then mainly dry and warmer on Wednesday, back to average temperatures where we should be, and plenty of sun. Unfortunately, another system comes that will impact Thursday and Friday, unfortunately, in time for 4th of July and the Friday afterwards. Here's the activity going on right now. The good news is the bulk of the heavier rain with this main line is pushed south and east of the area. So it's really just generally showers that we'll kind of see scattered in nature, not anything real concentrated or heavy, but really the next 4 to 5 hours. So you can kind of see this. The main front is still to the west, so we'll see additional showers and thunderstorms developing. Mainly some of them could be heavier south of the area towards southern Wisconsin. We'll see that off and on probably through about 9 to 10. Then it's really just cloud cover with breaks in the cloud cover, and then the front comes through around midnight, and that'll probably be the last chance we really see of any showers, maybe a thunderstorm in some of the areas between 12 and 1. And by that time, we'll then start seeing clearing skies west of Eau Claire and Ladysmith, and that'll approach then La Crosse by the time you wake up for the morning commute. We should actually see plenty of sun to wake up, and plenty of sun actually through noon too the whole day. We'll see temperatures begin to climb quickly back into the 70s by midday, 80s, by the noon hour. And then in the afternoon with that west wind, pleasant conditions, a few clouds may develop, but overall still plenty of sun. We're looking at temperatures getting back up to the low to mid 80s, kind of where we should be for this time of year, but dry, and that dry conditions will continue through Wednesday evening. Just an increase in cloud cover a little bit through Wednesday night, especially as we get later on because we have another system approaching, but it should remain dry through Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Unfortunately, by Thursday morning, we do have another system. Here's the rainfall. Could be some potential heavier amounts just in Richland County and eastward. Otherwise, everyone else, probably a quarter, maybe a half further north, probably a tenth or less too. So that's the good news. It'll be damp, but we're not expecting a lot of rainfall now for the rest of the night. As I mentioned, here's that boundary that'll come through Thursday morning. So we could see some showers, maybe a storm Thursday morning as this lifts north of the area. Very short time frame. Then Thursday afternoon, as the low begins to spin towards southwest Minnesota, we're going to see another line developing potentially in the afternoon, and then a main line potentially coming through Thursday evening. Now this could change, so the timing could change off and on, but we are expecting to see maybe some rounds of showers and thunderstorms, especially towards Thursday night. And then that lingers into Friday as the low just sits over us and spins for a while. So rainfall amounts for this one really dependent on where these bands set up, but there's another potential to see a half to an inch of precipitation where these sets up. So this definitely will change, but we are going to see some significant amounts potentially. And there's Thursday evening. Unfortunately, rain amounts, we are going to probably see some rain for the fireworks. Just depends on where you are. We'll kind of time that out as we get closer to the event. But overall for tonight, the good news is a lot of the heavier rain is starting to push east, but off and on showers through about midnight. Then we'll have decreasing clouds and mid-80s tomorrow with plenty of sunshine going on. Then as we go to the 8-day forecast, yes, unfortunately the rain does return for Thursday and Friday, although Friday won't be an all-day type rain, and even it looks more just like showers. Good news, we don't have any heat, humidity, but we definitely could use some dry conditions. Unfortunately, we're not quite going to get that yet.
Yeah, but we're going to be celebrating all weekend too. We could have fireworks on Saturday, Sunday, even if the rain does deter it a little bit. Well, coming up in sports, the Twins look to keep a few streaks alive against Detroit. And the Bucks welcome their new rookies to town. Hear what they had to say about Milwaukee's veterans up next.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
We need Katrina Shanklin in Congress.
She'll fight to restore women's rights to make our own healthcare decisions.
She'll use her experience to stop a national abortion ban.
And Katrina will protect our reproductive freedoms. I'm Katrina Shanklin, and I approve this message.
Asher Lasten Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted retractable awning and solar screen experts. Sonesta retractable awnings and solar screens protect you from the harsh sun. With over 150 fabrics to choose from and the largest sizes available, you can create shade to match your home and style. Save up to 22% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with Sonesta retractable awnings, brought to you by Asher Lasten Exteriors.
Has your pet been diagnosed with a luxating patella or floating kneecap? Forget the inconvenience of travel and expense to a university. Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics in Holmen specializes in using both tibial tuberosity transpositions and block trochleoplasties to safely repair your pet's injury. Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics today.
The top-notch teacher is really important to our organization. You know, our family's been giving back, and our team for 5 generations, over 100 years, because our mission statement is to keep people moving. And as I think about the greater La Crosse region, our teachers is what keeps our kids moving, what keeps our community moving. And so it really aligns well with what we're about at Dahl Automotive, giving back. Our teachers are just so important, so if we can support them in any way, that makes a big difference.
We need Katrina Shanklin in Congress. I've seen her in action in the legislature, finding middle ground with both parties to get things done for workers and families. I trust Katrina to work for us in Congress.
I'm Katrina Shanklin, and I approve this message.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports.
Well, the 2 picks by the Bucks in the 2024 draft were introduced today in Milwaukee. A.J. Johnson and Tyler Smith are the newest members of a team poised to get back to the top of the mountain in the NBA. And what a set of emotions for these two 19-year-olds, talented and now blessed with a chance to play for one of the best franchises in the association, but also facing a room full of people, cameras, microphones, and questions. The theme was simple, though. The youngsters are looking to the Bucks' many talented veterans to grow and get better, and hopefully they can contribute a bit this season, too.
I'm a part of a winning culture and just like a great coach, great teammates, and I'm just really excited to just like learn from them.
We have a lot of great vets around us. I mean, we're 19 years old. We have a lot of time to develop here, and I feel like we're going to get better fast. So just keep working and just see what happens.
And continue to see Johnson and Smith during the NBA Summer League, which begins for Milwaukee on Saturday, July 13th against the Chicago Bulls. In a game that saw 27 hits between the two teams last night, the Brewers dropped a back-and-forth game against the Rockies thanks to a Jake Cave walk-off in the 10th. Milwaukee failed to get Christian Yelich in during their half of the extra frame, and UL Piops couldn't keep Colorado off the board. The Crew still has a comfortable 6-game lead in the NL Central over the Cardinals. Tonight, Dallas Keuchel makes his second start for the Brewers. First pitch scheduled for 7:40. And after their third straight series win against the Mariners, the Twins are starting a new set with the Tigers in about 15 minutes. Trevor Larnach extended Minnesota's home run streak to 19 consecutive games, and his 2-run shot also was the difference back on Sunday. The two AL Central foes haven't matched up since mid-April. The Tigers have won 4 of these 7 entering tonight. Twins bats will need to be ready to go as they face AL Cy Young frontrunner Tarek Skubal. Simeon Woods Richardson will start his 14th game of the season for Minnesota. Emily, 4th of July plans. When you were a kid, let's talk more about it. What did you like to do on 4th of July back in the day?
Oh, 4th of July, good question. You know what, as long as I'm near a body of water, I'm happy. Last year I went kayaking, but I loved going to my grandparents in on Lake Ontario. They had a little house there, and just swimming in the lake,
Stay
and
cool, right?
then being barefoot in the fresh grass without fire ants and stuff, playing badminton. That was the best. So yeah, what about you?
Awesome. I love to go to the big town of Eastman, Wisconsin. Was huge, but good parade back in the day.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, we'll have another look at your forecast right after this.
Ashley Stars and Stripes mattress sale is going on now. Save up to $500 on select mattresses. Plus, pay 0% interest for 5 years with no minimum purchase on all in-store purchases. Only at Ashley. Shop more deals in-store and online.
Gutters and gutter protection. New seamless steel fascia gutters. New K-style aluminum gutters. Available in 25 colors and gutter protection to keep your gutter clean. Seamless steel siding, insulated vinyl siding, standard vinyl siding. Soffit, fascia, and window trim. The Board Store Home Improvements, making aging homes new again for over 30 years. Superior products installed correctly for less than most others. New windows, door, a deck, or sunroom. The Board Store Home Improvements, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse.
We provide specialty level care in anything from wisdom tooth removal to dental implant placement to more complex corrective jaw surgeries.
Trying to make it as easy of an experience as you can go through. We're the most experienced clinic in the region for these types of procedures. If you or your family member needs wisdom teeth removed, tooth extraction, dental implants, you found the right place. We'd be happy to see you here.
We work closely with your general dentist. Have a discussion with your dentist about a referral to us.
Ashley Stars and Stripes mattress sale is going on now. Don't miss these mattress hot buys, now only $7.99. And get a free adjustable base upgrade with an Align by Ashley Sleep mattress purchase. Only at Ashley. Shop more deals in-store and online.
All right, that main line really is Crawford and probably Richland County to keep an eye. There's still that flash flood watch out because they will see some action continue down there. Otherwise, the scattered showers drier tomorrow. That's the positive news.
All right, looking forward to that. Thank you so much for joining us tonight at 6. We'll see you at 10.